Hi, I'm Mark Austin. I'm co-founder and CEO of Hedgehog. And today we're going to do three things. The first thing I'm going to do just for like 10 minutes is I'm going to just set up the problem statement. I'm going to do that with my good friend Florian here, who's one of our customers. And then after that, Manish, who's our CTO, and Sergey, who's my co-founder and chief architect, are going to come out and they're going to do a little bit of review from what we did last summer around virtual private clouds, so that everyone's kind of up to speed. And then after that, they're going to give a demonstration of Transit Gateway, which was this thing that we promised last summer. Cool. All right. So just starting off on Zipline. So Zipline is a logistics company. And they deliver things from store to your door. They do it with drones. And they've been piloting for several months in Arkansas with Walmart. They're live now in Dallas-Fort Worth. I think next market is Seattle-Tacoma, where I live. And pretty soon, you'll be able to get deliveries on your doorstep as well with drones. So on that, I'd like to introduce Florian Berchtold, who is principal engineer for developer productivity at Zipline. Welcome.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. So these drones, I think you call them zips, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So how do they navigate from store to door? Is there AI involved?
It is. Yeah. So after launch, they get packaged. They start off and they completely autonomously fly to their delivery zone. And they use machine learning models to both identify obstacles during the flight and also to identify perfect location for your burrito to be delivered.
Cool. So you're training models.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Great. And what's your AI infrastructure strategy?
So we decided to go on-prem for both governance and cost efficiency reasons. Owning hardware and running them yourself is by far a lot cheaper than renting in the cloud. And self-hosting is not that tricky anymore. There are good solutions out there.
Okay, great. And I talked about you last summer when I was doing this. You were at a different company then. So way back then, what problem were you trying to solve?
So back then, we had a dozen of servers. So we were looking for high bandwidth networking on a small scale. So we chose collapse core type of technology or design. And yeah, I wanted to have high availability. I want to have at least two switches, and it was quite tricky to finding something off the shelf that didn't require me getting a license in network engineering.
Yeah, and you're a principal engineer for developer productivity. Are you a network engineer?
No, I'm not. I'm a software engineer, so I have a different tool belt. I'm not that good at network CLI.
Okay, and so why Hedgehog? Like, what led you to us?
So Hedgehog gave me two things. First of all, I was able to describe the state of the infrastructure that I want to have in a language that I know, which is Kubernetes.
Yep.
So I have Kubernetes resources that are declarative, and then I can tell it exactly how it looks like. And all the for me, cryptic logic and CLI commands that I need to set up, like I don't know what a port channel means, right? Is all handled under the hood.
Okay. So you're at another company now.
Yep.
Why work with Hedgehog again?
I mean, first of all, it worked well. And this time we have about 60 servers that we're working with. So I have multiple racks that I need to fill, and the collapse core doesn't do it. And I knew that the spine leaf topology is something that you guys support.
Okay. And you sort of described the problem that we solved for you, but there was always a solution gap, right?
Yeah.
So what was the gap in the solution that we were providing to you?
So the main fabric problem was solved. I had hundreds of gigabits between servers. That's not a problem, but these servers still need to reach out to the public internet, right? So I need some sort of firewall router in between, and that has been missing.
Okay.
For now.
And so how have you filled that gap in the meantime?
Commodity, legacy approaches, I want to call it, where you pay enormous fees and licensing and support for getting 2 single gigabit high available firewalls that I need the bandwidth, but I maybe scratch 5% of their capabilities.
Yeah. So why not just keep doing that?
It's really mostly a cost problem. By paying $50,000 a year for a gigabit of firewall, not really something I'm interested in.
Okay. So last question. What are you expecting Manish and Sergey to demonstrate today?
So from the gateway, I expect to see routing, of course, giving me my internal private fabric IP subnets access to the public internet. Netting, of course, is involved, and maybe some basic port forwarding, so I can on-prem hosted services, make them available in the public internet.
Okay, great. So on that.